Yo,
what up, everybody?
Peace, 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 peace. Welcome, y'all. Substantial Sundays, all that good stuff. Yeah, I got you. There we go. Hey, happy Sunday. Missed you guys. It's great to be back. You know what I'm saying? Sherm, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Good.
Turn that music up a little bit. A little something light. That's what's up. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Happy to be back up at this joint. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about today. As we mentioned in the description and also on the title. You know what I mean? We're going to get into all that good stuff in a second. But you know the routine. Make sure y'all say peace. Let us know where you tuning in from. And the most important thing, share the link, all that good stuff, man. You know. Oh, and I saw y'all, man. A lot of folks showed up early. You know what I'm saying? The chat was very active. You know what I mean? We appreciate that. Yeah, we saw y'all talking about the music that was playing. So in case y'all haven't done it already, I don't understand why they wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't followed the playlist for the background music, you know
it's good for more than just Substantial Sunday.
I'm just saying.
I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, likewise, man. I be putting it on at the school, all that good stuff. Miles B wants to know if I had the week off from school. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. So it's going to be a whole lot of me at the computer doing this. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of beat making, a whole lot of rapidy raps.
Got a few locals.
Yeah, man.
Wendy Wyvern and Sean Phoenix.
That's what's up, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, Laughing Man, I'm going to be in your city. Me and my partner in crime, the missus, will be in Philly this Saturday. Hope you're able to come through. We know it's the holiday weekend, but you absolutely want to check out the workshop we're doing. And if you got folks who are musicians or visual artists, or you yourself visual artist or musician, you should check it out. Or small business owners too. But yeah, we'll get into that later. The missus is gonna drop by. You know what I'm saying? Gonna make a guest appearance. You know,
cameo.
Make sure she was fresh. She's like, wait, camera gonna be on me. I'm gonna be immortalized on film, so I gotta be right. So yeah, but somebody said they see that Wu-Tang in the back. Yeah, man. Shout out the Wu-Tang Clan fan
with that glare, you can see that.
I know they.
I was looking through in the camera. I'm like, what are you looking at?
Right, right.
Oh.
Eagle eye out this joint. We appreciate that. It said I got to get tickets this week. Yeah, please do, man. Please do. And you know, again, make sure you recommend it to any folks in your region, man, who you think might be interested. It's great information. We do these at least once a month, man. And you know, again, I'm gonna hold off because we're gonna get into a lot of that later. My Ava piece was going on.
What's up, my Ava?
That's what's up. I'm gonna be contrarian as usual and say that 36 Chambers ain't itchy. Wow. Okay. Agree to disagree. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're welcome to like and dislike whatever you want. You know what that does not change? How I feel about the record. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
It's gonna forever be dope to me, bro.
That is crazy talk.
I just gonna lay off that crack. It's all, yeah, you know. In due time for my taste. Hey, it's all good, man. I mean, part of what look, we don't agree on everything. You know what I mean? Y'all seen us go back and forth on camera. You know what I'm saying? About what we don't, but
I don't think we would ever say that 36 Chambers ain't it cheap.
That ain't
not the comment to put.
Not a statement that either of us would make. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. You know? I ain't the biggest fan either, personally. Just notice it in the back. Hey, it's all good. You know, hey, look.
And these are two of our regulars too, man. But you know what? Really unfortunate.
We're old heads. We're old heads.
Yes.
So look, me real quick. Watch this quick test. Ice Killer, how old are you? Miles B, how old are you?
Oh, you know they're in their 20s. I feel like one of them we had already asked that. I think it was Miles B. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Miles B.
Yeah. Don't hate me for nah, it's no
I don't
hate.
hate you. I just dislike you right now.
Right. But nah, it's one of those things. Like it's like where you were at the time you heard something. What like did you hear it when it first came out versus hearing it later on after it's been hyped up a million times?
Look, turn 20 in 5 days,
and there it is. You know. But yeah, I mean, like that's almost always the dead giveaway. I got 36 Chambers on vinyl for Christmas.
Definitely,
Somebody loves you.
Influential hip hop records for sure.
23. See, look, there it is. Now, again, this ain't a judgment, and this has nothing to do with.
What y'all doing watching these old motherfuckers, man?
I mean, look, I appreciate you hanging out with the old guys.
Must be cool.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we only, was it a decade or two shy of AARP cards. You know what I'm saying? So look, but nah, man, I think it's one of those things that, like, you know, for instance, like, even, like, so there's two things you see happen a lot of times. People who don't, if you weren't around when the joint first came out, right, and you weren't listening in that era to what was coming out during that era, so there's that, right? And then the flip side of that is if you're a person who you hear all the hype about something forever, years hearing hype about something, or months hearing hype about something, then you finally see it, and it doesn't hit you the way it hit everybody else, right? And I think, like, sometimes hearing too much about something before you actually hear it and how it was a game changer, how's this, how's that. Because, for instance, most people I know who didn't like Black Panther usually were people who didn't see it, like, immediately, right? Like, because the hype for Black Panther was ridiculous, right? And granted, that's movies and not music, but those things sometimes I feel like play a major part in how people feel about stuff. And then some people just don't like the shit. And then there's that, right? But anyway, you know, oh, Lady Lynn, you saying you don't like it either? Hold up, let me go back, see one of her comments.
Nah, she just got here.
Oh, she just got here? Okay. Got you. I'm 37, though. That's not young. I feel you. I've tried listening to it a couple of times, but it just don't hit me. Yeah, you know, again, like let's not get it confused.
I really agree with the whole having to be there thing, because if you weren't there for the beginning of Wu-Tang, it's hard to really understand, right? Because like it's not for the normal palate. Mm-hmm. So I can really understand people listening to it now. It's like, what is this? Because it was like when it came out for us, it was groundbreaking. Like to even try the stuff that they were trying musically was kind of groundbreaking. So
yeah. No, absolutely. So he asked, what do we think about Kendrick's The Pepper Butterfly? Oh, man. Look at, I mean, shit is amazing. The shit is so amazing. One of my homies, I just found out, the homie Marcus Moore, who's an amazing journalist, is literally writing a book about it that, I mean, he's been stamped by TDE and Kendrick, and they're literally feeding him information. So he's currently writing a book about To Pimp a Butterfly, and I can't think of an album more worthy of a book about it. You know what I mean? There's certain albums that have had films and other things made, and that's an album that absolutely deserves a book and possibly a film. You know what I'm saying? So we love it around this joint, right?
I think it's his best album, other than Section 80. I think Section 80
was pretty amazing too. Yeah, and which oftentimes doesn't get brought up. Oh yeah, that's because you buy the lights.
No, I have to hit that door. Like there's something at the door.
Oh, food. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, the beverages. All right, gotcha. So while we're doing that, so look, what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna transition. Oh, that breeze is amazing. God damn. So it's you need the So look. While the brother takes care of his situation, we're gonna jump into what we've been watching, what we've been listening to, since we're doing all this music talk already. You know what I mean? Since I know you got to work something out, you know what I mean? Like, should I start with Game of Thrones and then
you could definitely
start there. So
I think we're going to crack this door, bro.
Yeah. It's because you're by the lights. You want to switch?
Yeah.
Let's switch. All right, we're gonna switch it, y'all. So look, here we go. Let me pass him the stage. The stage. So look, so check it out. What we about to do, right? We're gonna talk about a couple things. What we've been watching, what we've been listening to. First things first. Start with what's about to come out. Yeah, man, Game of Thrones. You can't get away from it. If you're a person who hates Game of Thrones, I am not the one for you, because I'm about to talk about my excitement for it. I'm a bit of a nerd, so things like this, you know what I mean, a lot of stuff dealing with fantasy, comic book, all of that type stuff, man. You know, it is what it is. He's a hater. He's a hater. It ain't really his cup of tea.
Not at all.
Right. But anyway, man, for those who don't know and have been living under a rock for the last week, Game of Thrones, well, the last few, this is our 8th season, I think, of Game of Thrones, man. So you've been living under a rock for quite some time. But Game of Thrones is premiering tonight.
Fairies and dragons.
I mean, it ain't fairies, though. Trust,
well,
like,
sprites.
So let me help you out. So Game of Thrones is probably the hardest shit on TV. Like, yeah. And see, this is the face of someone who's never seen it. They are hands down, like, put it this way, it's one of those shows where, like, no one's safe. I don't care who your favorite character is. Dog, so best way to describe one of the seasons, see, this is where we gotta hit this guy real quick. Best way to describe one of the seasons, right? They spent several seasons building up, and that's what they do. They build up certain characters. So first season, they were building up a particular character, Ned Stark, and like the way they build the show, it seemed like he was the main dude. He gets murked, like before, like not even for season finale.
Yeah, there's a lot of surprise killings all the time.
Yeah, dog, no one's safe. And so this season, I'm pretty sure there's people out here, the way they got, the way people bet on March Madness, I'm pretty sure it's people out here betting on who's gonna die this season. But the thing is, it's not just who dies, right? It's how Bamas die on this show, dog.
Gruesome.
Yeah, bro. Like some of the shit I've seen on this show is hands down like some of the like raw shit ever. Like one dude's head gets like crushed by a nigga's bare hands, bro. Like in the way that
cutaway.
Nah, B, the way that shit sounded, it sounded like someone like squashed a watermelon, dog. Like it was like throw up in your mouth shit. Like it's not, and the thing is, and it's one of those things that like you don't see it coming because like for a second, dude is just like he's just taking this Bama out, like really giving them the business. But then you notice he's talking a bit too much shit, and then the next thing you know, things turn and it gets bad, like really bad, really quick. Like the thing is like pressing his thumbs in dude's eyes, and you see blood like pooling up around the Bama's thumbs. Like it's really graphic. It's a whole lot of violence, a whole lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll is what Game of Thrones is. And it just happens to be dragons. And even with the dragon shit, like, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure the comments going nuts right now. Yeah, I mean, look, Game of Thrones is one of those things that, like, if you don't watch it, I get it, right? But at the same time, it's one of those, like, if you watch the first episode and you're not convinced, you're not going to like the show. However, most people who watch the first episode, just the way the first episode, and I'll tell you off camera because there's a lot of spoilers and shit. I've given up a bunch of spoilers. I've just been trying not to give you names, with the exception of Ned Stark. But yeah, it's an amazing show. So I'm excited, man. This is the final season, and for those who don't know, I'm pretty sure you know by now, HBO is working on a prequel. So there's going to be a prequel. So all this history you've been hearing about the show, you know, like that you hear in the show about what happened before that led up to most of what we're watching. We're now going to get a show that's going to show us some of the history that these people are speaking about. So, yeah, it's exciting, yo. And see, this is how, like, we spend so much time in the studio at my crib. Like, if he looked at my library, there's literally, like, books around Game of Thrones. Not even, like, the actual books it's based off of. So you've seen those?
No, I was thinking something else happened with Game of Thrones recently. Illmind just dropped a Game of Thrones. I forgot what he called it, but you know, he chopped Game of Thrones loops. So he chopped out some Game of Thrones.
I gotta check that out. They tried doing like a mixtape or something when it first came out or whatever. Shit was pretty terrible. It wasn't my cup of tea. I gotta listen to it again. Maybe it was like 1 or 2 tracks on it, but the shit was not great. But yeah, I got a Game of Thrones USB, like where it's like the direwolf or whatever, where it's like the family crest joint, and it looks like some shit like carved out of silver, like real crazy. Take it apart. I ain't spending my money on this. My cousin-in-law, she work at HBO.
Okay, I was like, I was sitting there like, oh, you.
I probably would, but I don't have to. My cousin work at HBO, so it's the plug. Yeah. It works out. Whereas it pays to be a nerd sometimes if you know the right people.
Watch the first 10 minutes and lost interest. You sound like me laughing, man.
Yeah. So see, that's the thing. Like you gotta watch the episode. Because there are moments where it lags and stuff like that. But it's all calm before the storm because it's one of those shows that it's super dry and slow. But when it starts, when the shit that it's leading up to starts to happen, like it's intense and it like happens so quick. But that's life though, right? Like that's how life moves. There's like these super dry moments. Your week is like dry as hell sometimes. Weekend comes and it's turned up and the shit crazy. You know what I mean? And then it dies down. And so, like, it has a great rhythm, like the show is dope. But anyway, that's my little quick excitement about Game of Thrones, you know what I'm saying? But let's talk music. This is what y'all really here for, you know what I mean? The tunes beat.
Yeah. So to start, we're gonna get stuff, well, not out of the way, because I don't want to disrespect any artists, but there's an elephant in the room, as we all know, so we're just gonna talk about the other non-elephants.
Right.
So we got first of all, I checked out, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Chelsea Reject. I checked out her first project. I think it's called Complex Something. But she's got a new project called This Is Not My Final Form. And it's really dope. I like it a lot more than her first project. Production is always dope. Her flow is super dope. And it's very socially conscious music. Yeah, Chelsea Reject, Ice Killer. And also Oswin Benjamin also just dropped a new joint called Godfrey. I think it's pretty dope. It's something about it that's not really hitting me, but it's a dope project though. The production's dope and dude's a dope writer. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it doesn't really seem like he focuses real heavily on flow. I think he's more focused on his content than he is his flow, but it's a dope project though, Godfrey. But yeah, and on a side note, my man Kiefer, not a side note because we're going to get into that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, of course, now we'll address, because that's all I've been listening to this week, other than the elephant in the room, which is Anderson .Paak. Man, Ventura.
How many times have you listened to the album?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't say that I can count, but it's been in heavy. Like, it's definitely been at least 10 times since it dropped.
Yeah, like it's been double digits for me. Like, yeah, man, Anderson, dude, like
he's amazing, man.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
He's really great. What's the top 3 songs from the album? And go.
I'm gonna say Yada Yada. Mm-hmm. Of course, the joint with Smokey. I can't quite think of the name of it.
What was it? Oh my God, bring up the joint real quick.
Track list.
Yeah, I believe it's
man.
Pass me yeah.
What would be? Yeah, I'd have to see the song for my third.
Make It Better.
Make It Better.
Yeah, that's the Smokey joint. Make It Better.
And what would I say would be my third?
Winter Circle, bro. Winter Circle.
I like Winter Circle.
Winter Circle's dope.
And I really like the joint with Brandy on it too. Though.
Yeah, the joint with Brandy's really dope.
Yeah.
The joint with 3 stacks, bro.
Oh yeah, the opening track. But that's not even my favorite song though. It's not definitely dope because of course 3000 is on it, and it's a hell of a way to open up the album.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not my favorite song on the album though.
It's pretty amazing though.
Yeah, it's definitely fire though.
Yeah, 3 stacks, yeah. Yeah, that dude, man. What's the line? He says, he's like, I don't eat like Ramadan, I'm a freak like Comic Con. Hey, young, that the runs he's doing in that joint, like, I always love dudes who, like, I love content, right? I love amazing lyrics, obviously, but dudes who can do that extremely well and give you great lyrics. Yeah, that dude, there's a part where he goes from like Harry Twat to Harriet Tubman. I don't know, like how you go from Harriet Twat to Harriet Tubman.
That's 3,000.
That's 3,000, young. Like it's an amazing project, man. What's the track like? Is there a track on there that's like kind of like not your favorite? It's not like I don't really feel like any song on there is bad.
No.
But I would say the joint where I had my hopes were like really high when I saw the track listing, and then when I heard the song, it was cool. And I would say that's the joint with Nate Dogg for me. Like the last track. And yeah, no, that's
really?
Yeah, because I think when you say Nate Dogg's name, I think when we say like Nate Dogg's on the song, right? Like we've heard Nate Dogg so many times. Like Nate has a signature sound, and so I don't necessarily. So I think in my mind the song was going to sound one way, and then when I heard it, it didn't sound that way. And then production wise, I feel like compared to everything else, like the album start out so strong that by the time it gets to that track, I don't feel like that. It's just not as strong as some of the other stuff. Not a bad song.
I love
Definitely
it.
not saying a bad song. And it's the vibe. I think it's more of my own shit. Like me unpacking my own shit and having to realize that, yo, you know, just because you see these two names together, whatever you think it's going to sound like isn't necessarily what it's going to sound like. And so I think it's going to take me probably like a week or so, like a lot more plays to kind of get over that. But it's a good track. It's not amazing to me. You know what I mean? And it's some amazing shit on this album. Like that's like Make It Better with Smokey Robinson, dude. Like production, play that shit loud where you can really hear everything in it. And it's such a clean beat, man. It's so fucking dope. Yeah, man. And then of course, like Winter Circle, you can hear like there's a lot of tracks on it that remind me of different. It's like so many mixtures of different sounds, right? Like it's Anderson all day, right, being who he is. But then I hear Winter Circle and I immediately think of Music Soul Child, right? I hear that influence, and then there are other tracks that I hear on it. And I think of Foreign Exchange, you know what I mean? Like production-wise or whatever, like the shit with Layla Hathaway. Oh my God. Bruh, her fucking voice?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a short song, but I still love it, though.
But yeah, man. It's, yeah, so check out Ventura, man, if you haven't already. Really great project, man. Just happy to see Anderson .Paak getting so much love, dude.
But we didn't even discuss the fact that dude just dropped an album. He just dropped Oxnard. Like that's 25. That's 25 fire ass tracks in under. What was that? Has it been 3 months?
It's been more than 3 months. Yeah, it's put it this way: 2 amazing albums in under 6 months. Yeah. In under 6 months, he's dropped 2 classic. And that are minimum solid albums, right?
And they're absolutely different too.
Yeah,
like, how he played the opposite side of the spectrum on Ventura. That was dope. That was dope. Man.
But yeah, congrats to him on the release. Congrats to him also for performing at Coachella. I've only seen clips. You know who else is? There's a lot of people performing at Coachella. I heard amazing things about. Anderson .Paak said. I also heard Donald Glover killed it. I heard his set was epic. And then I heard his band. J Soul called me today and was telling me how dope Donald Glover's band was at Coachella. But then also, I think Sir is performing today. If he hasn't performed already. Sir is another one who's really, really dope. Sherm put me on to him as well. But yeah, man. What do you guys think? I'm sure some of y'all already been talking about it in the comments.
They talking about Smino.
Yeah, that it was a little short. I wish it would have been longer too. I wish we would have got more Layla for real on that track. But it was still pretty dope. Low Class Conspiracy and
Quasimodo. Quasimodo is one of my closet favorites. I love what Madlib does with that shit. I wish he'd do one now, but I don't think that's coming back though. Yeah, man. But Pac is definitely a genius.
Kaleidoscope Suite is a brilliant album. Word. Man.
That's an old boy, right?
Oh my God.
Miguel. That's Miguel, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's another great joint. Yeah, man.
Or is that? Oh, maybe that's what they're talking about.
Nah, I don't think that's one of Nisha here. One of his joints.
Jupiterian Dreams. You talking about Miguel?
Or is it just called Kaleidoscope? I can't remember.
Yeah.
So let us know who you're talking about.
Fresh Kiwi Juice is awesome. I love that group. Sherm Masego, Killer Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Masego's super dope.
Kiwi juice.
Got you. But yeah, man, that's I don't know what else I can say about that joint, man, other than
just listen to it quickly.
Yeah, and like it Kaleidoscope Suite is yeah, that's right. That's one of his because I'm thinking of his latest album. That is Nishihara. That's one of his I think that's the joint before the current one. Yeah, my bad. He got a lot of music and we've done a lot of joints together. I don't know all of it. I'm sorry. Right? I think that's about it, right? Like on the albums and other stuff. My Star Wars fans, if you haven't seen the new clip for episode 9, definitely check it out. I still got to show it to Sherm. He let me know he hadn't seen it, and we ain't had time to make sure he got him up to speed. But yeah, it looks pretty dope. It looks pretty dope. They got Billy D. Williams in there back as Lando, man. So old Billy D. You know what I mean? Super. Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's it looks really, really good.
Did you watch Highwaymen yet? Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner on Netflix?
No, I haven't watched that yet. But how is it? Looks alright.
It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I think the draw is definitely Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner, because once you see what the story is about, you kind of lose interest.
Okay.
Because I've never wanted. So basically, I don't think this is a spoiler.
Okay.
It's the perspective of the two dudes that were chasing Bonnie and Clyde and
I did see. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's it's a unique perspective.
Yeah, but it was like it's a perspective I never really cared for, because like Bonnie and Clyde is all about Bonnie and Clyde. You just want to see them doing their thing. It's like the police that shot him was just kind of like. That was just like a great ending to the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Like I never really cared who they were, but it's cool. And of course, you know, Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner make it a lot more entertaining than I really feel like it really is.
I got you. Yeah, I gotta. I'll probably give it a shot. I know I'm a fan of both actors, so yeah, I mean.
Yeah, we were just talking this. Oh no, we didn't answer if we listened to Smino. Yeah,
we definitely.
I love
Smino's dope. Smino's really dope.
I'm kind of concerned right now though, because you're not really hearing a lot from him, and the couple of features that I have heard him on, I wasn't really impressed by. Like the Z4L, I wasn't really all that impressed with that song, and I'm usually very impressed with what Smino does. So
yeah, man. Say y'all never answered the help. You just caught that. Mandori. Yeah, that show looked like it's gonna be dope too. I just got notified that they just dropped the teaser for that, so I gotta check that out for sure. Do we listen to any British musicians? Hell yeah.
Yes.
We're both fans of Koji Radical.
I just found a dude, M. Huncho.
I haven't heard M. Huncho.
I just like found him out of the blue. He wears a mask. Similar. It's Doom similar. But he's one of those vibe rappers, like sing-song rapper. He was decent. Not run to check out, but it was decent enough to put in the shuffle.
Yeah, there's
Koji.
Was it Little Sims? Isn't she?
Little Sims. I like Benny Mills.
And then shout out to the homie Funky DL. You know, who's an old school artist and still making really dope music now.
Listen to the Streets for the first time.
Oh, what's the singer's name who works with Koji Radical all the time? Starts with an M.
Yeah,
she's really dope. Like I've listened to a bunch of her stuff too.
I can't even.
I look her up. That's what makes me crazy. On point these days. I gotta listen to.
I haven't checked out the new Quell Chris yet.
I've listened to it. I like the Weedy song. The Weedy song is really dope. A couple of the tracks on there are cool. I met Quell. He's a super cool dude, dope producer. But like he's an acquired taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely Guinness.
Yeah, yes. Definitely Guinness. Yes, you know what I mean? And it's like it's so strong in one direction that I gotta be in the mood for it.
Yes.
He's not,
because you're not gonna put him in, you're not gonna take like, oh yeah, I'm about to go take a ride. Let me put on Quell Chris.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not gonna be sitting and reading a book. Let me put on no.
Yeah, he's a dude where it's like I gotta like Doom or anything else.
Just gonna say
I gotta be in that vibe, like that mood, right? And so, but when it comes to doing that, like, yo, ain't too many that can fuck with him. Like, Quell is really, really dope at what he does. You know what I mean? Same thing with Homeboy Sandman. Like, yo, they are dudes who, like, it's very left. You know what I mean? And so, like, it ain't play all the time music.
They're kind of like rappers.
Yeah, yeah. But even then, like, I would say, because they both can be, like, especially Sandman can be extremely technical, right? But then when you listen to his albums, he's not hitting you with, like, real technical shit, like, from top to bottom. You know what I mean? Like, Tone Deaf, like my homie Tone can give you, like, a really, really technical project or whatever, and maybe venture out here and there with, like, some singing and other stuff. But I feel like Quell and even saying what they do sometimes is, like, they either can be really intricate or really interesting, more so saying than Quell, but then can, like, really dumb it down and simplify what they're doing or whatever, and space it out. Like, Sandman does that a lot. Like, that song, Not Really, for example. Like, he's like, people tell me that my life changed. Here's what I might say. And then it pauses. Not really.
Maybe I haven't heard that one.
Not really. And then, like, you got a line where he's like, I'm still Black Thought's biggest fan. It's just now I can call him and tell him so. But, like, how you, like...
I don't know.
Yeah, I play the joint. That song is really dope. But it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, where he can give you really intricate rhyme schemes, but then the next track, he be like, give you a line. You know what I mean? But lyrically, it's like, it's still brilliant. You know what I mean? So shout out to Sandman. That's a homie. Super dope artist. You know what I mean?
UK grime music.
I've heard like a few tracks that were cool, but it's not my cup of tea. Yeah. I'm not like waking up in the morning like, yawn, grime. Let me get some grime. But at the same time, I've heard some joints that go. Like some joints like I've heard or whatever. Don't even ask me the artist name. I can't remember.
All I know is,
because again, it was like at the moment I was like, yeah, that's pretty young. But I didn't say to myself, damn, I want to hear this all the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, we ever talk about games? What, video games, son? I'm more of a retro gamer, so if I talk about video games,
I don't play video games.
Yeah, you know, that's the only reason why we don't get into it. But I think the only game I've played, been playing recently is Smash Bros. Ultimate with my daughter. We still play that. I play that probably like once or twice. No, I wouldn't say once. I'd say once a week at the most. But my favorite retro game, hands down, is Street Fighter 2. I got the joint they did, the anniversary joint they did on Switch, where they updated the graphics, and it also has the joint where you can basically, you hold the controls a certain way, you can move like Ryu or whatever to fight. So they're coming at you or whatever, like it's like POV or whatever, point of view joint, and you just like throwing them joints, and you throw the uppercuts or whatever, hit the dudes, you can do the little spinning kick, you turn, and like, you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a bit of a workout, you know what I'm saying? Now I know why Sherm was complaining about the lights too. I'm over this joint.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference, dog.
Yeah.
I meant to say that earlier. Yeah. It's a huge difference.
Taking the L for my mans right now.
Man, you know have that. Thank you, brother. Right. It is a huge difference.
But yo, real quick, so we're gonna get ready to talk about this Philly joint, but I'm sending a quick message because we're gonna have a quick guest to come in here.
Yes, coming through.
Yeah, I mean. And I'm shooting her a message real quick. But in the meantime, if y'all got questions, and look, y'all throwing questions in now, so that's great. Fighting games are my specialty. Who fitting to see me on the sticks? Look, I ain't that nice anymore. I used to be stupid with it, but I ain't that nice anymore. Fighting games are my specialty. I just read that. I've been playing Ghost Recon and 2K. That's what's up, my culture I see. Favorite retro system?
64 for me.
Yeah,
64.
So, I'm a Super NES dude, man. Like, that was, I think, the last one that I really dedicated all my time to. You know what I mean? Like, I was ridiculous at 95 Live, dog. Like, yes, I'm that old. 95 Live, I was like, I had some games where I was putting up like 200 points on that joint. Yes, because there's a sweet spot in the game.
I was just going to say, you must have been using that I used to do. I used to use the Warriors, Chris Mullin.
Yeah, I was about to say, if
man,
you played with the Warriors,
your ass up, man.
If you played with the Warriors, man,
it's like it wasn't the top of the key. It was like off to the right.
Yep, there was a little
sweet spot. Top of the key, and oh man, you stop there, stop and pop right there, money.
And it didn't matter with who. Like it could be your center.
Oh yeah,
yes, that's why I was putting up.
Okay, I thought it was just particular players.
Nah, bro.
Chris Mullin.
I was going in that joint with the center who had like a terrible Bama's never shoot threes. I'm in that joint like, wow, just off the left, just your left, right, didn't matter. B yeah, I was ridiculous. I would say my 3 top games in terms of the games where I was nastiest at. It was definitely 95 Live. Tetris. I know people don't be bragging about how good they are in Tetris, but I was one of those dudes. I was nasty at Tetris. And then in Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2, man, I used to gamble with Street Fighter before it was competitions, right? People come through the spot. They bring their cards, basketball, football, comic book cards, whatever, and we bet. You know what I mean? I had one dude put up his whole book. I got some of these books right here. Those are cards that I took from people, in real life. Those big, look like photo album joints. Those are all basketball, football cards. And then those comics down there, and look, and it's 2 more books I think in there where it's all cards, and I still got them joints. Yeah, but that was my hustle, man. People come through, and I let them pick my player.
Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah. My daughter played Fortnite too. Tekken was that.
Somebody said NBA Street. I forgot all about NBA Street. I used to love that.
Remember
shit.
NBA Jam?
Oh,
NBA Jam was definitely.
I had that shit for the Wii, man.
Oh wow!
I'm mad I didn't play it more because I got rid of the Wii.
Yeah, I got rid of mine too. I hope they do it
for the Switch.
That'd be dope.
I have a feeling it didn't get enough traction, man. Because a lot of people didn't even know that they had re-released it for.
If you ever want to play Tecmo for old time's sake, though, I got that joint out there right now. It's all right.
On the
Switch.
Wow.
Yeah, I love retro games, John. Yeah. I'm just a fighting game nerd in general, to be honest. That's what's up, man. Out of here with Fortnite.
Right. Yeah. Hey, I'm with you, Miles. I love you, Mike, but yeah, man.
Oh no, attack on Fortnite begins. It's all good, man. But yeah, man, definitely
Pokemon Tekken.
I ain't hear about that. Yeah,
I see Pokemon has a movie coming out.
Yeah, Pokemon has a huge fan base, bro.
And he's playing like a detective?
Yeah, I mean,
that's interesting.
Do we really want to talk about this?
Nah,
right.
It just popped in my head because somebody said Pokemon. I was like, yeah, I just thought about that. It's unfortunate that somebody spent money on that, but hey, for all the Pokemon fans, I guess it's a great
Frank
thing.
EC says he wants to see my most valuable card. I ain't gonna whip out my most valuable one, but I'll give you.
If you ain't got a Jordan rookie, you ain't got no.
Bro, I got at least 40 different Jordan cards, at least.
Man, I'd have put them joints up on some sort of platform to set.
Oh, nah, man, I got kids. They gonna get older. You know what I'm saying? So, pass stuff on, Let me see. I'm just killing time right now because we waiting. The missus is gonna show up in a second. Let me see. Hold on. And these aren't the ones I keep in the joint, man. Hold on.
Nice condition there, too.
Oh, yeah, bro. Everything in this joint, man. That's an old little Superman hologram joint. Other side, Cable. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see that really. Yeah. But yeah, see the Superman hologram joint? And that's Cable on the other side. Yeah, man. Let me see.
The Mortal Kombat looking game with all the characters. With all the anime characters.
Damn, look, that's a Dennis Rodman hologram joint from when he played with when he played for the Pistons.
Damn.
Yeah, got that joint. Alonzo Mourning rookies. I got a bunch of those. Of course, I don't mean much nowadays, but Barry Sanders. You know what I mean?
This is all mint condition.
Yeah, bro. Dan Marino joints. Yeah.
Pretty nice collection over there, man.
Look, that ain't nothing, bro. For real, when I tell you that ain't nothing. I got, look, that's...
Wandy Wyvern has a question.
What's up?
As an artist, should I, in your opinion, work more on my songwriting / lyrical craft first or my beat making?
Well, it depends. So, it depends. Like, if you're an artist that, if you don't have a shortage on getting beats from people, right? Like if people were giving you beats all the time, then yeah, work on your lyrics and your songwriting ability first. However, the flip side of that is if you know, if the problem is you're always looking for production, because that's what got me into beat making. You know, I got tired of rapping off of instrumentals that other people put out, you know, and then not being able to really sell or do anything with it. So I was making my own beats. But then what ended up happening is when I got to the point where I was making so many beats and not focused on songwriting, the crew at the time I was with, like, dudes was like, they were nicer than me. You know what I mean? I wasn't even the nicest dude in my crew. And I can say that confidently because I knew some, like, I mean, he know, like, we had some nasty.
You used to hang with Poison Pen. Man.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny, I ain't even talking about that. That's later. I'm talking about, like, yo, hanging with dudes like Alex, man, Universal Soldier.
Oh, my God.
Yo, that dude said, warriors come out and play. Prove that you be brave. When I'm done wetting your section, you'll be sweating like a slave. Similar to Tampa Bay. I buck and never fall. Wanna be God. See scars when the penalty start. And so you curse me. Liquid flow through throat. So the thirsty be getting bucked like the teeth on Jackie Joyner Kersey. Your weak rhymes could never hurt me. Worthily or worthy. It'll beat mine. The very thought is dirty. Something like that. Yeah, like, bruh. That's old. Like that rhyme I just did for y'all was from the homie, this dude named Universal Soldier. And he wrote that in the, what was it? That's like 95? That's like from 95 or 6. You know what I mean?
I still can remember that open mic we went to when dudes spit a freestyle about trimesters. I will never forget that, man.
Yes.
A freestyle about pregnancy trimesters, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it's great. So thank y'all for the fire emojis. That had nothing to, that was not my rhymes. But that's what I'm saying. Like, these are dudes, that dude was a teenager.
Yeah.
The rhyme I just spit for you was a dude who was like 16, 17 years old. And those were the dudes I was hanging around.
Yeah, you did have quite the company.
That was the company I was keeping. But anyway, so at this time, you know what I mean, we got a special guest, all right?
Special guest, I made it.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you know, I was like, maybe I should have called or just went and screamed, but I opened the door, yo! It's like I'm trying to holler, you know what I'm saying?
You were eating dinner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't. That's why we will be ending on time. Tonight.
We ain't addressing no extra questions.
Right. I can't hear you. What was that? What was that? My eyes don't work. What was that? You know what I'm saying? Can't hear, can't see. But anyway, so this is my partner in crime, my better half, my wife. Her name is Rochelle Etienne Robinson. She is co-CEO of our company, Substantial Art and Music LLC. And yeah, like, she's here today because as I mentioned in the title of the video, we have an event coming up in Philly. People have been asking me forever, when are we coming to Philly? This, that, and the third. And so we're coming. And so I made sure she came through because she's never made an appearance on the show officially.
First time.
You know what I mean? Like,
comments.
Yeah, you know, she did in the comment section. But I wanted to make sure that she had the opportunity to tell you about the event that we have coming up in Philly. So how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, you live here, so you know, right? But it's a pleasure. You know,
this is my first time with an official invite.
There she go. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know,
how she gonna throw shade?
That's neither here or
when
there.
We live,
that's
right?
neither here or there.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you again for inviting me.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I mean, you spend most of your, a good amount of your day in here.
No, I know. And what happens is because I usually am watching the babies and making sure that they're, you know, situated and everything.
Not pulling out the cords from the, you know, the router and such. Because that happens sometimes. Yeah. Right.
But, no, I mean, to, you know, piggyback on what you said about Philadelphia, we've been very fortunate. The business is doing well. Substantial Art and Music, for those of you that don't know, is a organization that Stan and I came up with together. Initially, it was supposed to be focusing primarily on youth work because both of us have, you know, a background in dealing with youth in the nonprofit sector as well as in public schools. And so it's evolved from that. We went from working with youth to having, you know, businesses that wanted us to basically help them out with either logo design, business development, social media marketing, and so it's evolved from that. Long story short, fast forward, this week we have we're going to be in Philadelphia, where we host a workshop on social media marketing, grants for individual artists, as well as crowdfunding. My background is in the arts, as well as working with youth and working as a grants administrator, and so my spiel is telling the different opportunities for artists that are out there. So whether you're a visual artist, musician, graphic designer, etc., you know, there are opportunities out there for you. And then Stan gives his spiel on social media marketing as well as crowdfunding. And so we've been, oh my God, in the last 6 months we've been in Florida, in Orlando, we've been in Durham, Durham, North Carolina. We've been in Brooklyn. We've also been in Baltimore and DC. So we're just trying to conquer the entire East Coast,
right?
And eventually, you know,
get to the rest of you too.
Right. So if you're interested, definitely reach out and let us know.
And if you ever hear of a show coming close to you, and you are some sort like you rely on the internet to market yourself and do your business, I highly recommend showing up for their event, because I've been, I say this all the time, I've known them forever, and I've watched them gain success, like prosperity through the internet. Like, to me, it's like, the internet's still not that real to me, but when I talk to them, like, they understand this shit, and they actually know how to capitalize off of this crazy ass, vast ass world called cyberspace. So yeah, if you're ever close, or if you can get to one, definitely show up to their event. It's definitely worthwhile.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, man. What was it? I feel like we should ask you more questions. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be in here all the time, so you know.
Any questions for the lady?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, for those who don't know, and this is a way, I guess, to kind of pique more interest, right? Obviously, it's my business partner, my life partner, all of that, right? But fun fact, like, for those of you who've been listening to my music for all this time, like, almost every relationship song I've ever done, right, like, has been about this woman right here. And so, Eclipse, you know, you were there, you know, I mean, it's a long list, yes.
And she does voiceovers.
Yes. If you heard, thank you, sir. If you heard Steph's album,
your albums too.
Yeah, my album as well. Yeah, but like she's basically been a major part of all of this for a very long time.
She is Substantial's Peaches from Outkast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Whenever I hear her voice, I'm like, that's the new age Peaches.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I do. I'm married to this guy. I'm married to this guy.
Yep. QT is about her. So any dope relationship song I've done that you really like, you can thank her. You know what I'm saying?
We got another one. Look, Ice Killer.
What'd he say? Oh, the banana joint. Yeah, of course I saw it. I was like, you know what? Yeah. You just won't let it die. I appreciate you representing for our man Johnny. You know
Laughing Man.
What songs that goes?
I'm really excited to learn more about crowdfunding.
Oh yeah. Man, we looking forward to seeing you there. We got somebody in here who's planning to come to the Philly event.
Okay.
Yeah, he was mentioning it earlier.
Tell a friend, or two, or three, or four, or five.
Yeah, absolutely.
And tell them to tell a friend.
Right.
And another friend.
Because typically when we do these events, because I'm not performing, right? Like, a lot of people don't come out to support, right? So usually when we do the workshops, on the low end, it's like 10 people, and then we've had one where it was like close to 30 people, right? Because again, they're workshops, so they're not meant to. We're not at that point where it's several hundred people. Yeah, we're not there. It's not stand up, right? Although, you know, I try.
Although it is entertaining.
I try. Yeah, she definitely does. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And so it's not completely dry, and it's definitely. More than anything, it's great information, man. You know, so "Soar" is a pretty sweet song to put a face to the lyrics. Word, that's what's up. Yeah.
Look at my Ava's question.
What my answer? What's on your playlist, Mrs. and Mr.?
No, it's not Mrs. and Mr. It's Mrs. Mr. Robinson's wife.
Yes. So what's on your playlist, baby? What you listen to?
Oh my gosh. You know, honestly, like, I get a lot of my music information from this guy. We have been listening to, of course, Fonte, I know, recently came out with his latest project.
I still haven't checked
Gosh, who else? God, you guys put me on the spot.
Anderson. Yeah.
Yes, we listened to Anderson, which is really I've always loved him. The minute we've heard his stuff, I like his voice because it's very brown liquor music, I call it. His voice is very reminiscent of some throwback.
You ain't been messing with the Lion Babe?
Oh, I gotta play it for her. I don't think so.
Oh my God! Oh my!
Yeah, I don't hear. You know, honestly, I don't listen to the radio. That often. I mean, Sam can tell you if I am listening to the radio.
It's definitely not radio music.
It's like talk radio or news radio.
This is Erica. Vanessa Williams.
Yes.
And someone else's daughter. It's actually Vanessa Williams' daughter, but she's very reminiscent of Erica. Very reminiscent of Erica Badu.
Yeah, but that's about it.
We got another one.
Yeah, someone said, do you like Sade?
Do you like Sade?
Oh, I love Sade. Sade's my favorite. I'm happy to hear that she's working on a new project. A new project.
Good to know.
So, I think so. Yeah, I saw something a couple months back that she was in the studio.
So apparently Mos Def dropped an album.
So I you know, it's funny.
We were just talking about
that because I thought he was retiring. I heard he did this big tour last year about him retiring
with that trash album.
But okay, but I think he was retiring Mos Def. I think now he's
he's Yasin Bey.
But he was touring under Yasin Bey though.
But people still know him.
Touring under Mos Def.
He was still performing mainly songs under Mos Def.
But Yasin Bey doesn't have any music worth touring.
Yeah, he just got a couple of dope guest appearances here and there. You know what I mean? I love that joint he did with a Tribe Called Red. You've heard it. I think I played it for you. If y'all haven't heard of a Tribe Called Red and you like EDM, so imagine EDM, right? With Native American samples.
I knew,
right? Not even samples. Like they're bringing in actual members of different tribes. And they're chanting over different songs, playing different instruments on songs, and so it's a fusion of that with electronic music, and it's really crazy. And so they have a really dope song with Mos Def on it, with Yasin Bey on it. This other artist who's really dope who actually destroys it. But yeah, man, you know what I mean. But so what you watching right now?
Wow.
We know what you're watching tonight.
And tonight, of course, which we've all been waiting for, those who watch Game of Thrones. You're missing out, Sherm. You have to start. But, so Game of Thrones is tonight. But before that, Stan and I were just talking about, for those who don't know, Childish Gambino and Rihanna have a movie that's on Amazon. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a short joint, short film. It's like hour long, maybe a little.
Guava Beach or Guava Island.
Beach. Yeah, Guava Island. That's what it's called.
It looks really good. So we're going to be checking that out.
Definitely want to see that.
Yeah, but Netflix definitely is the go-to. I'm a big documentary person. I love documentaries, and I'm a big fan of Henry Louis Gates Jr., who just dropped this week Resurrection, America After the Civil War. It's a 4-part series, which is amazing. If those who are history buffs,
I've been looking for a good documentary.
Yes, I would highly recommend. You can stream it online on your computer. It is amazing.
It's not on Netflix or anything?
No, unfortunately not.
Ooh, okay.
But you can stream it. I mean, whatever
YouTube
your local,
or anything?
Yeah, whatever your, not YouTube, but whatever your local PBS station is. Like for us, it's WETA. So if you go to your whoever handles your PBS station, you can stream it. It's a 4-part series. He gives you everything from the Civil War right up and through the beginning of the 20th century. Very, very important stuff. I mean, he interviews a whole lot of academics talking about everything that dealing with, pretty much what we're dealing with today, with, policing, the 14th Amendment, the 13th Amendment, and it's really good.
In case you haven't realized it yet, I married up. You know what I'm saying? I just want to point that out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm up here talking about Game of Thrones and shit. It's,
I like Game of Thrones too.
I mean, you do. But this is what my wife...
coming with the real stuff.
Yeah, man.
While
like,
these niggas is here fooling around.
It was him.
Come here with some real information for you.
When you're done cooning.
Okay, go back
come back over here.
For all the ladies who are, if there are ladies that are on.
There are maybe one tonight.
The reason... So we were introduced to Game of Thrones late.
True.
And We heard about it through a friend of ours. Like, you know, we were like, it's a period piece. We're not really into all that.
Shout out to the homie Michael Blacklight.
Yes, and so Michael's like, nah, man, you needed to check this out. And so we did. And, you know, we were instantly hooked.
The whole first season.
Binge watch. And of course, what really got my attention for all the ladies is, and for some of the men who might be there, is Jason Momoa, who's also on Game of Thrones. And that sparked my interest as well.
That's Fishman, Aquaman,
yes,
right?
Aquaman, yes.
Hey, that's an attractive motherfucker.
He is. Yes, he is. Yes,
Jesus
he is.
Christ.
Yes, he is.
The first time I saw him was on that weird movie. It was some weird ass movie. I forgot what it's called. It's on Netflix. But I'm looking at it, I was like, Jesus Christ. That is a good looking man.
He's also very talented. He's a talented actor.
He's alright. He's alright as an actor. He looks good. He's alright as an actor. Everything about him is like, God damn, this motherfucker looks crazy. Why do you need to look like that? Like I fully understand what Lisa Bonet was doing, man. I'm not mad at her at all. She could have had me. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry, Nicole. I love you. But Lisa Bonet could have had me. She could have had me. But she wanted the foreign little, with the shit.
He's American.
And the little.
He's American.
No, that's not American.
Yes,
ain't shit American about that motherfucker. He might have been born in America, but ain't nothing American about that.
He was an American muscle car.
There you go.
He's not a sedan. He's not a family joint, you know what I'm saying? Not a minivan, that is a muscle car, B. Like,
that's when them dudes you start a fight with your girl.
Right. I don't even think I told you. So look, he's like the dude. So this happened to me this week. I can't believe I ain't tell you this. So in this building, right, I'm walking downstairs. I come out and I see one of the neighbors in the building, right? And so I see it. She looks up. I look up. So I'm like, "Hey, good morning, right? How you doing?" Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm getting ready to walk around. And so I turn, and as I turn, I guess her man is right there, and whatever. And I see him, and I'm like, as I'm saying good morning to him as well, right? This man looks at her. Hey, the hell up, friendly. That's what he says to him, right? It's super awkward. But I feel like if there was ever a guy who would be that guy for most people, it's Jason Momoa, right? I'm that guy for most people. But I was that guy the other day, but I feel like that's his whole life. He's up there speaking to somebody's woman, and them guys just mad at their girl for like the rest of the week.
Hey, hello. You gonna put that shit in the trunk?
Right. Good morning to you too. Friendly and shit. Dude, that was just, it was super weak, man. Like, cause it's like whole time I'm saying good morning to him, but then he's so mad at his girl for speaking to me. Like, it was all bad. But I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Jupiterian Dreams has to go. You laugh like a Republican donor.
Oh. Wow.
That is so funny. That is so funny. So I'm not going to laugh at it.
Right. Is that for me?
No, that was for me.
That was for you. Gotcha. Oh, yes, we've heard of Brightburn. We were talking about Brightburn a couple weeks ago.
Waiting for Brightburn.
So, Laughing Man pointed out that there's an issue with the link for, which might explain a couple things. So, Laughing Man.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Is that something?
Yeah, yeah. So, Laughing Man, Pete, this is what I'm going to do. Laughing Man, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fix that link right now. That would explain a couple of things on our end. So, we appreciate that heads up. So I'll take care of that. Check back in like maybe 20 minutes and you should be able to find it working business as usual. And we'll go from there. But yo, that's our time, man.
I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, we ate up a lot. I mean, look, we've been going for hours.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah,
it really flew tonight.
Hey, man, thank y'all.
Need more to talk about.
Thank y'all, man, for a great show. I appreciate that, Ice Killer. But yeah, man, thank y'all for another great show. You know what I mean? Thank you, Mrs. Robinson, for stopping by.
Clap
it up for the lady. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You gotta do the Will Smith joint when I can't do the hand thing he does when he. But yeah, man. But thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna get ready to run. Per usual, it'll be music playing after we leave. Today it's just gonna be instrumentals as we ride out. I think it was someone who was asking me at the beginning of the show. I can't remember if it was Miles B or someone else who was asking me for a song breakdown. I'll do that. I'll take notes and do that for next week so we can end on time for once.
So post show, Can we showcase the albums that we talk about? Or
we could, however, the only reason why I try to keep it with people we know, with the exception of that time with Nipsey.
Yeah,
although and rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. We didn't talk about his funeral, man. We definitely.
we didn't get to get in.
Yeah, we definitely watched it, man. But you know, I had to stop myself from kind of watching so much of the stuff because it's definitely been affected. Yeah, but it's been rough, man. But thank y'all, man, for tuning in. We'll definitely try to mix it up and play some other joints. But what happens sometimes is like some people don't want you to do that, so they'll have you'll get strikes against your video. Sometimes get it removed. Although they all can get paid from it, some people don't want you to do it. So that's why I try to keep it with mostly indie artists and people we know. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Who knows what the future holds for Substantial Sundays?
What is that?
All right, the after party is always lit. Beats, Rhymes, and Stripes. Used to be. I'm considering repressing it, but we gotta go. I'll let you know. Good money, man. Thanks for that question. Yeah, y'all trying to be slick.
Go to bed.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to bed.
Hey, man, we'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good one.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, y'all.
you.